So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. We're up and running then.
Vinicius Junior
Gets into a good position.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws.
Mbappe! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's Digne. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Digne is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now this could be a chance.
And that's played in low. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. And the counter is on.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all.
Dembele.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Looking for options for movement. Mbappe finding himself in space. Bellingham. So it is still 0-0.
Vinicius Junior.
And here's Mbappe.
He's got away.
Carreras has it in a wide...
And the shot!
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Madrid with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. France have the chance to go the other way. Probing pass. That's a throw. Camavinga crosses it in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Vinicius Junior.
It's Bellingham. Space for him to turn and look. Camavinga. Tchouameni. And here's Vinicius Junior. Carreras receives it in a wide position.
And he shoots! It's there! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And here's Thuram. And it's Digne. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now, what about a counter-attack?
Mbappe!
Great defending, strong and determined.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
It's Dembele!
That was quite a hit.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
sudden chance to counter. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And he's chosen to go back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And here's Vinicius Junior.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Thuram. He's had a shot! Deftly away. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now, who's going to be first to this?
This is the time you need that pace.
Dembele, Mbappe, real chance! He is desperate. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Madrid leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Madrid leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Threads one in. He's found space here. And here's Vinicius Junior. Conte looking for the run. Mbappe. The ball goes in. Conte. He's ended up in no man's land. Valverde. And he has been fouled there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Rudiger. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Dembele. France appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well, the ball's gone astray. Could move up a gear here. Chouameni. Madrid just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Belly. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Vinicius Junior in with the challenge. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Conte. Can he get it through? Shapes the shot! It's bounced back off the post. And that's been won straight back.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well, That is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Mbappe. He's... Voila! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero
Corner
9,
number 2 then.
numero 7, numero 6, numero 25, numero 3. Lasciano il campo per il numero 12, il numero 24, il numero 14, il numero 26, il numero 22. Attenzione, un cambio.
France are looking to go forward now. Now it's Rodrigo. Mbappe! Poor robust challenge. And it's been hooked away.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Crosses it in. And the shot! And he hits the net. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Now it's Rabiot. Rudiger promptly onto that, and that is that. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Mbappe going after that. They'll have one final crack at it.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Played into space. Rodrigo. Referee's given a throw. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Belling takes a shot! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So that's it, it is all over. Madrid proudly puff out their chests in victory.
They know that was a battle, they know it could so easily have gone the other way, and they are clearly so happy to have won it. Belly picking up the Man of the Match award.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures, 80,000 it holds. We're up and running then. Played out wide.
Doesn't quite get there.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. It's a good foot in there. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
That's an imaginative pass.
Well, that looks a decent ball. That's a good run he's making there. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
The pass has gone astray. Camavinga.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. And the shot, it's the the first significant strike. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
France are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And now they can clear their lines. Vinicius Junior. And here's Rodrigo, forced to go back.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, it's Dembele. Threads one in. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Carreras. Bellingham. It's Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo. Aimed beyond the defence. And they're quick to get it back. Steaming, and the shot! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Rodrigo cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Tchouaméni attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Good ball over the top. Mbappe gets into a good position. No, he couldn't quite catch up to that. Valverde.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Tchouaméni. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Madrid have got it back and they'll have another go. Bellingham. And here's Rodrigo. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He can run onto that, and he's intervened well there.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And here's Rodrigo.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Well, there's the clearance. And it's Tchouaméni. That has been knocked clear. Now who's going to be first to this? Tchouaméni. Thuram absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Madrid come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Back on the way then.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Carreras. And here's Vinicius Junior. Carreras has the space to scheme. Mignon claims it, safe hands. Madrid are looking to break at pace. Oh, some tackle that. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Ambitious ball here. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Chouameni. And here's Bellingham. It's a promising position. Madrid still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Valverde. Back towards the middle.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That is lovely. 60 minutes played. A temporary retreat here.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's gone direct here. Chouameni opts for safety. And it's with the keeper. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pinches it off him. Your impression so far, Jim?
Madrid are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Camavinga, France do have a chance to counter here. 75 minutes played. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 10, numero 9, numero 6. Lasciano il campo
It's going to be
per
another
il
throw.
numero 24, il numero 12, il numero 25.
France
Attenzione,
clearly have been
cambio.
instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Upamecano. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Arda. Dembele is onto it in a flash. Time is running out here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Oh, that was vital.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
That's been cut out, well played. Now that's well seen too. Saliba. It's a pretty loose pass. Camavinga. Now Mbappe. Camavinga finding himself in space. Header! And it's come back out to him. And there's a goal. We thought they were done, but never say never. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time.
That's that, the end. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Eder Militao voted So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures, 80,000 it holds. So straight into the action.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I've got my eye on Militao, who's developing his game very well and quite quickly. I think you need someone very strong in the central defensive position, and he is living up to that now, delivering what he was maybe failing to deliver not so long ago. Just a lot more confidence, a lot stronger, and he'll be the one that they'll have to try and get past.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And he's taking no chances there. Upamecano touches it back. Zaire Emery. Hernandez picks it up out wide. Valverde.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Valverde gets on his bike and on the move. He is through here. And the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Saliba defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Valverde. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Cherki. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. And this is Rabiot. Oh, that's fabulous. Still goalless at the moment. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. That's a sharp pass. Not the most accurate pass. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Valverde!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Bellingham.
Bellingham really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Great vision. He's being urged to shoot. Might be dangerous. And the finish! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. He's got away. Saliba goes sliding in. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. But it is clear to see that he is not at all... Oh, that is asking for trouble. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Picked out brilliantly. Shapes to shoot! Goal! France! And France are in front. A horrible blip. A moment they could well have done without.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
France have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
And it's Camavinga.
Bellingham.
Madrid certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this.
And he shoots! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Bellingham has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Hernandez. Alexander-Arnold. Cherki. To Rabiot. Hernandez. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. And he's whipped it across.
Eder Militao.
Gets it away. Camavinga.
Oh, that pass isn't the best.
He's a sharp little ball here.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Mbappe. Cherki. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
And it's Camavinga.
And he's managed to get free. Skims. Big chance! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Madrid are still behind then, despite looking for all the world like they've pulled level. Madrid trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 26.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Numero 24.
Madrid can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And that is a little undercooked.
Played with finesse. Header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Hernandez. And it's Rabiot. And here's Rabiot. Nicely weighted ball. Bellingham.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now that's well seen too. Upamecano. Hernandez. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's the chance to counter. Floated through. Madrid still chasing a one-goal deficit here. France ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And the pass is intercepted. And here's Vinicius Junior. Camavinga is onto this.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Wriggles his way through. Tchouaméni clears without hesitation. And here's Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. And that is expertly dealt with.
And the shot! And it's in! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter. But you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 4.
So we have
Numero
movement
9.
on both benches.
Numero 14.
It's starting to
Numero
look very
18.
interesting, this.
Lasciano il campo
This is
per
exactly the
il
kind of
numero
contest
15.
you'd expect when
Il
you have so
numero
much
12.
class from both
Il numero
sides.
6.
The next goal
Il
is going to be
numero
so
7.
significant.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Eder Militao kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Vinicius Junior closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And he's intervened well there. Madrid do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Doué. And it's Dembele. Tries to pass it through. The ball goes in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Mbappe.
There they go, hunting again.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Dembele. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, it's a loose touch and the ball is heading... Oh, what has happened here? Tchouaméni. Now, can they get him away? And he's there to belt it away. Tchouaméni. Nicely shaped ball. Nicely worked. And that has been cleared. Tchouaméni. Just 5 minutes left.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That's a little off target. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, and he's asking too much with that.
Attenzione, una sostituzione. Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
The pass has gone astray.
And that is the last of the action.
Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.